Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's look, we are going to be using the Nomad palette by Juvia's Place. This palette is a super pretty 9-pan with a mix of mattes and shimmers. And for those of you who are interested, this is also by a Black-owned beauty brand, which is awesome. So let's get into the eye look. First, we're going to be taking the yellow matte shade in this palette, and on a fluffy Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to be putting this through my crease, starting with a light little wash of color and building it up. These shades build really nicely and blend out nicely as well, so I'm just running this through the crease, and I'm working this up more towards my brow bone, so that it will be seen well above the crease. And we're going to be doing a halo eye, so I want to make sure that this light shade is visible. Next, we're going to be taking the orange matte shade in the palette, and on a smaller crease brush, this one is from e.l.f., we're going to start by putting this lower in the crease, as well as packing it onto the inner and outer portions of the lid, and then blending it in with the yellow as well. This is my first ever Juvia's Place palette, and I have been very impressed with the quality. I have always heard good things about Juvia's Place, but I had never been able to test them for myself before I got this palette, and I am so happy to have this in my collection, and I will continue to use this, continue to love it. These shades blend so nicely together. The pigmentation is very good, and I just love this palette so much. So just work on blending this orange in with the yellow, and we will move on to our next step. Next, we're going to be taking the darkest matte shade in the palette. This is a really dark chocolatey brown, and on a Wet n Wild packing brush, this is from their Pac-Man collection, I'm going to be focusing this on the outer and inner portions of the lid to deepen up the lid to create that halo eye. So just start with laying down a little bit of color and gradually build it up. And this will look a little bit messy to start, but we'll go back in and blend it out. Starting with going back in with the orange shade and connecting the outer and inner portions of the lid in the crease, and just working on blending it out. And then I'm going to go back in with the yellow shade and just work on blending out even more, just to create that nice seamless look. Then I'm going to be taking the cream shade in this palette, and on a super fluffy Wet n Wild brush, work on blending out the upper part of the crease, just so there are no harsh lines. On my finger, I'm going to be taking the middle gold shade and packing this on my lid, on the center of my lid. This shade is super pretty, super impactful, and is really just the perfect lid shade, in my opinion. So after packing that on, we are going to blend the center of the lid with the outer corner, starting once again with that matte orange shade, just to blend out the center a little bit more. Then I'm going to be going back in with the dark matte color, just to intensify that a little bit more, because we lost some depth when blending out. And then going back in with that first yellow shade and running this through the crease. Then on the lower lash line, I'm going to take the orange shade run this really close to the lower lash line. Then with the yellow shade, I will blend this out just to connect the crease with the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to be taking that cream shade again and putting this in my inner corner on an e.l.f. small smudge brush. This isn't going to do much, but I just wanted to brighten up a little bit in the inner corner. So here is what we are looking like so far. I'm going to go add some mascara and I will be right back. Here is the final look. I really like how this turned out. I think it is a nice smoky halo eye, but it's also super neutral and is perfect for a little bit more of those glam occasions. And yeah, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, let me know what else you would like to see from me down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!